Your main man coming back. A little shook up. The second Trump assassination just happened a few minutes before I'm making this video, and but I wanted to kind of run through some stuff. I was going to do another video. Um, I do have some more stuff we're going to be going over, and I wanted to show you guys some of the more recent pickups that I've had. Not a ton of stuff, and it's been over a period of time. You want to say hi to the camera, Ryan?
Sure.
All right, Ryan's going to say
How
hi.
y'all doing?
All right, well, there you go, guys. Um, Oh, you can also check out that website, uh, MATW. It's a wrestling website they have on here. They just put up a show that Ryan and I were at. Um, they just put it up like yesterday, but Ryan and I were at the show like maybe at the end of May, the beginning of June, something like that, as the show came out. And the whole thing is, it was actually a very good show. It's local. It's like a Virginia. I guess they go into like the Carolina or something too. It's Mid Atlantic, maybe into Maryland. But they did good stuff. We were at their show last night. That was not the show that's up. The other show was actually came out like 3 months ago, something like that. It was a good show, and I think you could probably see me in the second row at a couple points during the show. But let's go over some of the stuff that we picked up here, and I do have some more videos that I plan to make in the fairly near future. But as a single father with full custody, a more than full time job, and you're running a game and all the millions of things that I do, it's just difficult to find the time to get to this. But we picked up a copy of Forgotten Realms AD&D Second Edition, Wilhelm Reach. Um, I have that one. It comes with a map. The book is basically like mint condition, and on my birthday, which it's been a while now. So my friend Steve got me this. It's got all kinds of the loose leaf folder monster compendium stuff in there. Just randomly pull one out. Show. Okay, so here's the holder kin. You can see that it goes into like a loose leaf notebook. I have this one, and then I have some of the roll aids versions. I think I showed in a previous video. But so let's go through. Most of the stuff that I got was Savage Worlds. I also backed the Savage Worlds Kickstarter for the Savage Worlds Sweet Edition Sci-Fi Companion. The companions are pretty good. I did reviews on the horror and the fantasy. I think they're both good. The fantasy one was like very, very D&D esque, which is not a bad thing, but it was, it is what it is. The horror one of really, really dived into that. It's quite good. I'm going to be running my first ever Savage Worlds game. It's going to be the next one that I run. The game I'm currently running, we do every other week, every other Saturday between about 4 p.m. to about 1 a.m. Is the time I run that, and that game has gone on. I guess we're starting to head towards 2.5 years on that game, and it's been real good. We have characters, single level characters. I think as high as 12th level for AD&D Second Edition. It's sort of Second Edition, First Edition murky sort of blend, but it's been going really well. They are currently, and it's been sort of a Planescape style of game. They've gone to. I used the back rooms. I used Within the Ring of Fire. I used Ravenloft, and of course, most of the backbone has been Forgotten Realms, where it started, where it is now, and they actually are in the city of Flan, DR 1376 at the time. And we have some other videos if you want to hear about that. You can watch some of the previous videos. I picked up the Savage Worlds Pathfinder Bestiary. I don't play Pathfinder 1 or Pathfinder 2 really. I've never played Pathfinder 2. I have played Pathfinder 1 um, for, I guess, one campaign that was halfway decent and just a little bit otherwise of Pathfinder 1. I find it, I mean, I don't know, I think it's a fairly poor house ruled version of 3.5. It's not a separate game. Pathfinder's not a separate game. It's just Dungeons and Dragons. So I find all the split there to be, I've always found it to be a bit weird, right? But I mean, people, you know, I don't know. But this is the version for Savage Worlds, and this is, I believe, it's Suede specifically, and it's basically just a Dungeons and Dragons Monster Manual for Savage Worlds. And I like Savage Worlds. I like Savage Worlds a lot. So having that was pretty good. I don't like the art in. I don't like Pathfinder art. It's too. too cartoony and comical looking. It's not dark. It's not gritty. I think if I was young, it would have really turned me off. Probably more the aesthetic of it. Or if you look at like Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, particularly the first edition stuff, the artwork was dark. The monsters were they were frightening looking, as opposed to like something that's. I mean, look at that thing on the front, dude. Is that scary, dude? It looks like something to be in a child's cartoon show. That's sort of the style of art that they use, which I find really unappealing. But I am getting ready to run, like I said, my first Savage Worlds game. It is going to be a horror game. It is going to take place in 1987 in Florida, probably Arcadia, Florida, which is a little to. It's going to be a little to the west of the Everglades, and I really had a lot of stuff planned there. There's a lot of stuff I'll put together so far, and I picked up some other Savage Worlds books to give me a little bit of more little more stuff to throw in there. But I think it's going to be good. 1% of my motorcycle club, pagan affiliates, and horror game, perhaps Cthulhu-esque or Cthulhu or something else. And I'm not really going to divulge too much, as my players just don't need to know that, and they certainly will watch your main man's videos. But I picked up this. In fact, I haven't even taken this out of the little, I don't know, comic book thing they're sitting in. This is definitely on the expensive side. I think it's like $20 plus whatever the percentage of shipping is. I bought it with another book, but I think it's like freaking. If you can see it right there, it's almost two dimensional. It's so small, but it's about. It's called Dawn of Daya Kaiju. I don't know. I'm sure I've mispronounced that, but it's Savage Worlds, and it is, I guess, for playing kaiju, which in of itself is fairly interesting. And I had plans at one point to make a game where you do play kaiju. So I don't know. I don't know how good of a job they did. It could be interesting. Um, Savage Worlds Tropicana. See that there? This one's pretty nice here. I think it's 1999. Kind of small. It's from Studio 2, and they do a lot of Savage World stuff. They are a pretty decent company, but I mean, as you can see, it's just all black and white inside. It's not. There's no color. There's no frills to it. It's a little skimpy on artwork. You go a long ways at some places with no artwork, and the artwork in it is, you know, it's not really that great. It's not that it's horrible, but it's yeah, it's not really fantastic. Um, it's interesting. I have enjoyed the book so far. I've only just, as you can see in the bookmark, I've only just started reading it. I may do a review on this book at some point, but it is interesting. It's about an island in the Caribbean, and I don't want to go too much into it, as I do have players that watch the videos. But it may be something that is of interest and use to my game set in Florida. And I bought this one, Savage Worlds Wise Guys. Unfortunately, this was copyrighted in 2019, and that is pre-suede. So this is the earlier edition, which is a little bit of work because some edges just don't translate it over well, or they have to have a little bit of work done to translate them over. And that's, as the first time I've ever run a game, that's really not what I love to see. But this does have a very small section. I think it's like 4 pages about outlaw motorcycle gangs, which was enough to rope me into buying it. And it's a nice looking book. As you can see, this one's brand new. A nice looking book with it's hardcover, and again, it's all uh, has some color inside. Not a lot of artwork. Let's see if I can sort of find a color picture here. The artwork is a little underwhelming. It's not amazing. Um, see that kind of style there. That artwork there looks like something out of like, I don't know, the early 1970s. And again, some of it's okay. It's okay. I'm not trying to beat up on an independent publisher too much. Trust me, I know some of it's pretty good. You can see some pictures right here of, I guess these are some of the they call them Diazens, I guess, notable personalities. So these are just some individuals you could have there. But it's about outlaw motorcycle gangs, the sea and mafia. And I haven't read too much beyond that, so I don't know. There's probably other stuff in here for gangs. I see there's like I don't know. The cover is weird because you got a guy that just looks like that looks like Sil from The Sopranos, right? To the point if this is like a major production, they might even get sued over that. That's clearly his likeness. That's just, the guy from no, what's his name? Anyway, from Bruce Springsteen, E Street Man. But she doesn't look like a mobster at all. She's like a girl in like cosplay Day of the Dead stuff, and it's just like a normal looking black dude with like a Slurpee. So he doesn't really look very like a wise guy either. So I don't really. I just found the other two as weird choices for the front of this. Um, as they don't. I mean, one of them obviously looks like a member of the mob. The other two they just look like one looks like a kind of a normal person. The other one looks like she's in cosplay gear. So I just found that odd to a point where it's like I don't want to say annoying, but uh, it makes the book look more lighthearted and less serious than they probably intended with the choice, at least to me. Um, so anyway, I'll probably do some reviews on some of the stuff as going forward as I've been starting to read some of it and just wanted to touch base with you guys. Hope everybody's doing good out there in the barbarian horde, baby. And your main man, hopefully, we'll come back with some more videos soon.